fine.
My na ekoye sa hwehwemu no. Ne yete ye minua bema mutaka. Yete president say corruption, ministerial indiscretion. Oba na odiko Germany no cross say Ghana mema obi atimi ye bi. After all, Clinton and Monisky. And you know, what is the guarantee? Say, we need be different. What am I say? President Atamils, what catch I say? Corruption, sani a course, no, a whole load of pampers and issues, no, a ministerial indiscretion. And ya dear, okay, what say President Eka? Because corruption is corruption. And ya, web dinner platform, a dear campaign, ne. Yami Adom no be president. Now first a few weeks no. Na sa asem oyesi. Share a transition team no. Team kwa ya no moye. 3 point something billion. Aden. Sika ne wey. Almost sika ni ho. So yetimi nyesika na stand dogbe 1.6 billion. No dey akoma say o ma ade bi no Christmas hampers. Unya. Na the journalist dey say o mo nya. Na how dey unya bi. Last year Christmas stand dogbe. Or say 1.6 billion. Yedi akoma journalists will be asking ya nti ekon. Okay. Near 1.6 million jobs. Ewe ye nti de bia na Ghana fo ye sugu ye ye bre a ye ka say oh at present be hu ye ni o be dada what jom no atadada ye what is ajom no ya pana che say omra meboa ye no adada ye. Nemo promise a father for all no. So utimi kukuru sika we money pa baako. How can you be father for all? Asumudwe, where would the peace be when come the nipa schools and the trees here in nkola ekwa shift one cry in this day and age. Ukwa shifter, we bet me diatro. O ma mini maybe because ebi also come morning now call afternoon. All those things are issues. Now boreholes and for here su anom. Yen sinwie. Streets e was here yen university school fees intimi nsembebre health homesona ya konkofa sasemwe ye be hwemu yie na neoma ye ne de ama obia aye sad eniguase asam homesona baba bebem na asara baba bebem pese wote no poten de chairman sabonsu kan e wo parliament se de be o so be ja no yie bi ya o de be ma no wotumi a kire mu yie enkofa chairman sabonsu bra o cheche o mu nsemu o ma se bedwem.
The refusal of the court to set aside the consent judgment, the Attorney General issued a writ and filed for a stay of execution of the judgment of the court. The court granted it on the terms that the state paid the first 17 million Ghana cedis, which was already due under the terms of settlement. Wayomi was to provide an undertaking that he would refund the 17 million Ghana cedis with interest if the Attorney General became successful. J. For good measure, ladies and gentlemen, it's important to state that the total amount thus far paid to Wayomi is 58 million Ghana cedis. That is 580 billion Ghana cedis. In respect of the construction of the 2 stadia and refurbishment of 3 stadia, Alfred Wayomi never entered into any contract with the government of Ghana. 2. A letter of introduction dated May 4th, 2005, signed by the Honorable Ajmamenu, the then Deputy Minister of Finance, issued to Alfred Wayomi and Vamed Engineering, could not and cannot be construed as a contract document. In any event, that letter being bandied about contained a clear disclaimer. 3. In respect of the relief sought by Wayomi, he claims to have rendered services to government of Ghana. No such services were rendered by Wayomi to government of Ghana. Alfred Wayomi cannot sue for any claim in his personal capacity when the Minister of Sports dealt with only limited liability companies. And the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice knows this very well. 4. Alfred Wayomi sued for services rendered from 2001. The MPP government had, in 2001, not bid for the hosting of CAN 2008. Betty Molidrusu ought to have known that the claim by Oyomi was fictitious. The sequence of events should convince and persuade all well-meaning Ghanaians that Honorable Betty Molidrusu, as Attorney General, was negligent, reckless, and unprofessional in the conduct of this case in court. She contributed significantly to the loss of over 418 billion old cedis to the state, with an outstanding amount of 10 million Ghana cedis yet.
Yo, and somebody be Namatino, Urache, Mensa, Bonsu, Ya, war, and Bashebedrem, Adom, Kumano, or more candy for, or no, and I watch it and in Semino, but Rema Bako. Steady no crano, and at the 2001 Nagana cry and I drain say, or Bakwa compare a African Cup be in our boat, our gun has a year. Into all the wasam Colacas 2001 and I was started and she say, nay, Nisha him. Was this kind of 58 million Ghana cedis? And she should move Papa be uncle, so ya or boy, I'm out for TMA Parliament for. And what she near my hood one and some course or GD yes, Uncle ye were boss, Baba. And some baku me no me and some said, Dino cry, I ask her, be so why you me, a papa no cry, a shop person, I was so wonderful for crying some more to woman cancer, some no, or much technicality no door, so now say Ghana for you and Tiasi, papa. Che Mukaka, sending him a cabinet chairs canoe, answer a court.
Many of me that's it, me charity for needed kind of mention me nearby a dream run some year no be so. You do can say judgment because share budget. Uncle her budget every year. Your judgment government payments or year man for court on the win a dear a standard practice at your budget. In Tizzy, the shame when they say why you mean tea and the question.
Because I said 300.
I'm not making no metro and no can say their question budget. When I say they why you mean the intimate because budget. One more MPP Mersono. Oko home budget more. Judgment desk provisions no. Nina a woman. Because a standard a woho a ma ubia, needy kind. It doesn't mean no. Mestre Miniano man on the union say. Send your more person much at a normal person my yerasem. Asem nankasa daho. And do the cofa say beer school feeding a bedroom, school feeding more on 600,000. Namino Gaze, a 1.4 million children a year video. And the surely no better no abba. Worker schools and the trees are more time now 4,000. They have no 1,200 a year up a hundred. Niaka 8 so you go to AC. So I'm imagine the would me and say young coy no more. Sana identity in the mestre. One time prima no cano. Nami had no fear we ever some way. In the mestre said, so be a dear.
Okay, 2011 and 2012.
2012 na make it. So budget in a kind of for 2012. See a budget a few we are for the next year and I'm a boy. And the next year na never that few with the semi. You be doing Bruno, that is a real. Na mesa as say Papa Woyomen. Otie near Chairman's Akana at a point no. Or minister grateful letter command. Obia Adoma menu. Obia munim no. Munini nifi yo. A then ye true letter command no. That says at the point in time no. Nambi be your view a muntim. Nyame dem pese oh president ababo.
No we be kire mu se bibi na eyo wo muntem no. Me kire former chief of staff. O say papa ne bre ne wan ase na o pese wo de de no. O say twa trot no so. Say o abre no $40,000 bi say nko mo fam mo MPP party. O mo fam mo mampanyin yekufo na o fam mo party no. E na de toso miensa wo ba say wo discount ma MPP. Wo no na ye voter region. O sponsor MPP wo. And she says, "Can I penny be of MPP? Voter region, no say, I didn't manage seat. No, the man.
Many about me. Mimpesa some way, you do cocoa rura. One a sponsor, one a moo. Not a semna at Dahono, not a yera. because you are any NDC MPP asemo asem e ba yira se nana minua ba eye no ye no MPP asem NDC asemo corruption so so na me tell say for example muntaka asema okofa bai muntaka asem e ko shira ye den e clear no se onye boni bi ogusu ye honorable member of parliament mesra man for say menya code kakra ndaya na menne no wenti mesra om kakra ohu enti se no be no ka say pampers nsem ni we okay na ya ko hwehwe mu na ma ye de nokra na ye den abetuja ti e koso on Ghana ha no ya ka asem kra na nokra na bedeji no ni eja nokra no ni egusu kan ni a enye nokra no mutaka dia ni say ya ko kan washira shira ka no
why ni kre
the president because ministerial indiscretion. In fact, so call causing financial loss to the state man. Actually, say you don't necessarily have to chop the money. And I'm a boy. And that's what this can but some will be bia. We are mistake na as a banana book of Biakran. It is a woody you when you let us say also mutual. It is the president case ministerial indiscretion. One carbon. And once someone this the we know financial loss no ne fapim and what razi nana yambram boyo mensam omokofa madam bet mo da bebo
no finance minister
na we ho ne dikan no nka se mo nka me pese me kan kwetire because president ne dikan ka se yoko yanko hwehwe nanke yen transition se na mrs say ka se na
say ministerial indiscretion
confidence kwa government institutions mo yesi ebu mayo yesi yesi man so e mra na de hye man e mra e MP